We're going to have a look at this kit here, which is the Revell Germany Saab JAS-39D Gripen, the twin-seater, and kit number is going to be 03956 in 1/72nd scale. So we'll have a look at the box art here of the nice Swedish aircraft there, and on the side we get that. Nothing special on the sides of the box. On the bottom we do get a view of what we're supposedly going to get in here. Looks like we got an opening canopy, and that's just about it. And here's our various parts. And so we will open our I should say the colors. I'm trying to read, there's so many different languages and stuff here. I believe these are okay, yeah, Revell. These are the Revell paint color numbers, so you'll have to get a guide or something to like convert this for a different paint brand, I guess, because those are the Revell paints. I'm not really sure anybody who actually uses those Revell paints unless it's all you've got available in your area, really. So we will pull it out here, see what we actually get. And that's everything, I guess. Alright, so we have our really nice, there's our propaganda. Oh, there might be, I don't want to toss it because I think, yeah, the decals are in there. Sometimes I just take them and throw them, so. Anyways, well, we might as well just look at the decals right now since I'm holding them. But here's our decals, which is the typical, this is like the Italeri Revell way of doing them. They're like the dull decals, but they're perfectly adequate. All of the colors and everything are really sharp, and so I guess we get our cockpits, like the little instruments and stuff, so everything looks alright. I'm guessing these are for our missiles. There's a couple bear paws there, I guess, which is interesting. So nothing to write home about because this is in just like the air superiority, like gray type scheme. We've got our really big thick book here, and just our usual like how to do our modeling stuff if you're new to modeling, and then our paints, and then our sprues, and then you go right into the build, which you can see our seat. Really nice how they've done the like the alternate like coloring here, so you can see where to put stuff, and the rest of our cockpit there. And I guess we're doing the forward fuselage first up here, and then the rear section. So it's like multi-sectional. Oh, I'm guessing, yeah, okay. It must be the same for the single and the two-seater. Like if it was a single-seater, you probably just replace that that front end on it, and then going into our engine there. In our wheels, the landing gear here. It's quite a bit to the actual landing gear itself. Looks very highly detailed. And then I guess you could have it in flight also. Yeah, okay, so you can have it in flight or wheels down. And it shows us what to open here. And it's interesting he wants you to open it after it's been built. So we'll have to see when we look at the sprues if the holes are already there or what. And you can have the in-flight refueling probe out if you want. And our canopy, and then our weapons. Whoop. It's hard to hang on to this thing because it's so heavy. There's so many pages to it. But then it's showing us the, I guess the correct like sort of weapons layout, I guess. And then we've got one from the Swedish Air Force 2015. I doubt they're any different now than they were basically 11 years ago. And then our weapons here too, which are pretty much just going to be in the gray. Pretty dull aircraft. So we will look at our parts here. we'll start with the smallest and we'll work our way up. So our weapons. This is a duplicate here. Okay, so our weapons actually look excellent. They're definitely an A+. So you've got like the older missile, and I can't remember what these missiles are called. Something expensive anyways. And our pylons here, and our wheels. You can see how detailed the sidewinders are. Even in 72nd scale, they've got the little like trim tabs and everything on them. So it's actually very highly detailed, the weapons. And then, of course, these are solid pieces. So yeah, the weapons look amazing. And then here's our front wheel well there. And so we've got recessed panel lines. It's a little bit heavy, but it's not actually, it's not that bad. I would say it's definitely acceptable. But that's our front piece and our cockpit here. Okay, so you don't have to use the decals. You can pick them out if you want to. So they look pretty nice. The seat though, I mean the seat's alright, but I would probably, as detailed as this is and everything, I'd probably want to replace it. But it is there, so. And then here's our landing gear that we'd have to cut out. Our landing gear doors. I mean, there's really nothing to them. It should be nothing to open those up, if that's how you want to do it. And we'll go into our glass. Alright, so we'll look at the front piece. It's very hard to see. I'm trying to see here if it has a seam in it or not. It's very hard to tell. It's a little bit unclear, the glass. It's not like perfectly clear. It has some kind of I don't know what it is in there, like a waviness to it. It looks okay though. I mean, the shape and everything looks good. Then here is, okay, this would be really nice. You probably could make a mask for this yourself. Looks really good for the main canopy there, but there is a seam line there. Pretty prominent seam line. Should be easy enough to get it out though, I would say. But it looks alright, and I'm not so sure if it's thick or what it is, but it has some kind of a weird kind of waviness to the canopy. Like it's not perfectly clear. I don't know what it is, but it's okay. Then we'll go into our main bag here. Alright, so let's see here. I think this thing here is actually a Storm Shadow missile. Maybe it's a Storm Shadow missile. I'm not positive because it doesn't really say on here. It doesn't show it, but I think it is. And then here's our rear section. You can see all of our panel lines on there. Excellent. And our wings. Nice that they have the tips on the wings already, because sometimes that can be a little hit and miss getting those on. And here's our tail. And we can look at some more of the detail parts. Interesting that the other seat is put on here. I'm guessing it's something to do like the two-seater was kind of an afterthought. So that's there. And then here's our engine. You can have it closed or open. This looks actually kind of thick to me if you were going to leave it open, but I mean, it's neat that at least you get the option. There's our nose. I'm assuming the profile of the nose is correct because it kind of has an odd shape to it. And then, okay, so you'll have to drill out, or no, okay. There's slots here for the pylons. So if you don't want pylons, you'll have to close them up like for a ceremonial thing or something. There is a couple holes here. I don't know why those are there. Must be for a different type of rack or something. But I don't see the holes that wanted you to drill out after it was built. Like after you have it built up, I'm not seeing any holes like that. So you have to pay attention when cutting those holes. But yeah, here's all of our information here. Underneath the wings, at least they didn't put it on the outside of the aircraft. And then here's our like flaps and slats or whatever. And you can see the inside of the cans are detailed. So it looks alright. I mean, it looks pretty good for 70-second scale. I mean, it looks excellent in my opinion. This is the Revell Germany 1/72 scale Saab JS-39D, like the 2-seat Gripen. So, thank you for watching.